Morning, guys. So we've been getting so many questions about what we're doing and why we're doing it and how we're doing it. So we wanted to make a Q&A video for you guys to get all your questions answered. But first, the best question we've been getting is, what are the genders of my brother's twin babies? So we ended up doing their gender reveal over FaceTime with them because of all this coronavirus stuff going on. It's been crazy. And obviously we don't want her traveling. So we did it over FaceTime, and here's that clip.
Hey, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Keep your eyes closed. Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'll just rip off your face.
Be close.
My eyes are closed. Alright.
Okay, pull your hands.
Don't touch her again, you don't have nothing wrong with that stuff.
So a huge congratulations to them. We are so excited to welcome their babies into the family in August, and we are very, very happy to be an auntie and uncle for the very first time. So we've been trying to figure out how we want to film our Q&A video. We didn't want to just sit in front of a wall and stare at the camera talking to ourselves. So we're just going to go about our normal day and just ask questions as we go. Hey babe, do people want to know, why did we get a Jeep Wrangler?
So we picked the Jeep Wrangler to tow behind the van. We got the biggest Ford Transit van they make, so getting it to some remote places is pretty difficult. Plus, if something happens, we are really wanting something else, another form of transportation to rely on. But this way we can take this major off-roading, get to some really remote places, go into inner cities. I'm not driving the van in downtown LA. We can also use the van as kind of a home base, and then we can go off in this thing, going hiking, mountain biking, all that good stuff.
So the easiest question we've gotten is, are we taking the dogs with us? And I get asked this a lot, which is crazy because it seems obvious. Of course we're taking our dogs with us. They are family. We would never abandon them, and also this is our permanent living situation. This is going to be our home for the foreseeable future, and these are our fur babies. We would never leave them behind. So that's a really easy question to answer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Why did we black out the van?
Well, I think the big reason is just black's a cool color. I think that's the only reason. And be unique and be stealthy. Well, not really, but
I just thought we got bored.
that's when we started blacking out things that didn't really need to be black. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. Is it on?
Yep. So
Is your fat hand in the way?
Stop, it's not.
So one of the most asked questions we get is, what are we doing for work? Do we freelance? Do we do part-time to part-time?
Do we have work lined up in Montana or anywhere else? And the short answer is no. We worked really, really hard for 2 years and saved up, and we sold 90% of our belongings. So we don't really need to unless we want to.
If we get bored, or the one thing though is we're not the best at budgeting, but we did kind of schedule a budget on what we need to spend each month, and I think we're gonna be below that. So who knows?
And if we're in one place for a while, an extended amount of time, we can always pick something up, probably ski resorts and stuff like that. So there's always ways to make money. That's not our biggest concern with all of this, so.
What are you doing?
Well, moving out of the trailer and fixing this mess because my OCD is going off.
So we're going to be going on this adventure. Where is one place you're looking forward to going?
Well, see, we talked about these answers, and we both decided on our official things that we're most excited about. But I have a thought, and I think they should ask us that question when we're 90 and ask us what we're most excited to remember, because we're about to see so many things. So I don't know what I'm most excited about. It changes every 5 minutes.
I want to go to Alaska. Come on. Go to the Arctic Circle. That's where we're going.
Hey,
Yeah.
how long are we going to be living in the van? Oh, I should probably have this on your face. How long are we-
as you want. Who knows? We have budgeted out for about 2 years of travel. That includes building the van. But who knows? We might get sick of each other in a year, or we might build it, sell it, buy another one, and live in a van or an RV and travel for the rest of our lives. Or how long do you want to stay in the van?
Well, first of all, I don't want you to get sick of me. Second of all, I don't know. Forever? For a year? I don't know. Another one of our questions is if and when we want to have kids, and the truth is we don't know. We've talked about it a lot, and we kind of picture ourselves different ways. We picture ourselves having kids and buying land and settling down, but we also picture ourselves just traveling forever. So we don't know. We were also asked where we see ourselves in 5 years, and that's kind of the same thing. We've also talked about buying another van in like Europe or Asia after we travel North America, so we're kind of all over the board.
So this is a sneak peek of what the van's gonna look like. So this is Maddie's drawing, so if it's poor, it's not my fault. But we are doing a platform bed in the back. That's, you see it about 50%. Reason we are doing a platform bed is we didn't want to have to keep making the bed every single day because we're lazy, so it's probably not even going to be folded half the time. But we got platform bed. It's going to be queen size, so it's going to be 60 inches, but it's a short RV mattress. We're going to sleep side to side, which is finished will be roughly 74 inches. So most of the times you see in the Ford Transit people sleeping this way, but we're going to be sleeping widthways so we get more square footage of living space. So hopefully it'll work out in our favor. But underneath the bed is where we're going to have a fridge. We got a Dometic cooler style fridge. So that and a couple shelves, drawers, excuse me, will be under there. That's kind of going to be unique, so you guys stay tuned for that. This is going to be a closet slash utility closet. It's going to house power and the water heater, and it's going to house all of the fixture and plumbing for the shower in here. So, and then we got a 24 by 32 shower, 24, 32. And this is going to house the nature set toilet, its shower head, extra storage off the side of that. So the one unique thing about our van is it's got the dual sliding doors. One thing is we saw 2 or 3 vans with the dual sliders on YouTube and Instagram, but what people do is they always just block off this door. So we wanted something unique, something that if we could only get into the campsite one direction, we could still be accessible from both sides. So what this is going to be is this is going to give us more seating area. It's going to be a folding bench. It's going to fold down off the wall of the shower. It's roughly going to be 42 inches. So it's going to give us extra seating space, and with the swivel seat you'll be able to swivel it around and even be able to maybe have a bed. Just gives you the extra option. Also off of the bench we're going to have our lagoon table mount, and then we're going to have I think it's going to be a 30-inch or so table. Hopefully it can reach this seat, but that'll be off the folding bench, and then when this folds up against the shower wall, we're going to be able to stick the table up against the shower, and then this will fold up and latch, so it'll be all nice and self-contained. So on the passenger side of the van is where the cooking area is going to be. Water is going to be in the back under the bed, but we're going to have almost roughly 8 feet of countertop space, solid countertop space, and then with the little flip down table, it's going to be almost 10 feet of countertop space. But over here, we're going to have our Suburban 3-burner oven. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of space so we don't catch the bed sheets on fire, but we'll have almost 3.5 feet in between that and the sink. The sink's going to be outside the door. We're going to be coming past a little bit out into the slider, just because we figured that having more countertop space than the accessibility into the sliding door, because this whole door is going to be open, so we brought it out into the sliding door. But we're going to have our sink and faucet outside, so when we're doing dishes we can look out onto a nice view. Also on the back side that is open in the sliding door, we're going to have a fold down table. This is going to be for barbecuing and if cooking outside, or prep if we need more space. This is also going to give us access to the back if we need it for our water filter system, pumps, water lines, all that stuff. So up front we have swivel seats, so it gives us 2 seating areas, plus we'll be able to sit 2 more on the bench, so hopefully we'll have 4. Hopefully it'll be open enough and not feel too claustrophobic.
Alright, so moving on to the inside of the van, this is going to be the passenger side. So if you're looking at the passenger side, so this is our kitchen area, our stove and our sink. This is going to be all of our drawers and cabinets, and our little flip out table that we've already talked about. And then we're going to have all of our upper cabinets, and they're going to be up higher over the door so that clumsy people like myself don't hit their head every morning. Over here, our heads are going to be on the driver's side, so we don't have to worry about the uppers on this side over our heads. So that's the passenger side. Don't mind my terrible drawings, by the way. So this is looking at the driver's side, and so here's going to be our bench and table that we talked about. And we're not going to do uppers on this side at all. We'll have our utility closet that goes all the way up, and then our shower and our Nature's Head composting toilet will be stored inside the shower, and we just have to pull that out to shower, so not a super big deal. And so this will be our bed area, and we'll put in some little nightstands for ourselves, and should be all set to go.
Well guys, that's just a quick oversight on the layout. We will have a full video on the blueprints that we started with. So we've done a couple different layouts, and this one is what we feel is the best use of the space, plus an open concept, plus being unique. So we didn't want to be like every other van conversion, even though most of them are pretty awesome. But we're going to have a full video on dimensions and materials and all that at a later time. But thanks guys for watching the Q&A video, and next week you're going to see us heading out to Montana to get started on the van. Make sure you guys click subscribe down there in the right hand corner. Like the video, give us a comment if you want to see something. If you got a question, we will get right back to you. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for this awesome adventure we're going to take you on.